guys, welcome back to MAWPCAST. My name is Dave, and this is
Mike.
And welcome to another episode of MAWPCAST. We are More Assholes with the Podcast.
More Assholes with the Podcast.
It's our new theme song. Thank you, Mike, for providing it. Anyhow, so we've been in our house for a little while now. A little bit. And we've had this is an older house. This is a very older house. Not a lot of love given to the house. So we've discovered something about this house that we didn't realize. That came out of nowhere.
Who knew the Greeks were right?
We have found.
Who knew?
We have found. Drumroll, please. We have found a basement god.
Basement God!
In our home.
Not as good as it sounded with the drum.
We don't have real drums.
No.
Sadly. But we recently had a friend over and hanging out. We realized ever since we moved in, we've had some troubles health-wise with being in the basement. Breathing-wise. Yes. And we realized when our friend came over that they were having the same problems we were.
And suddenly we weren't having the issue.
No. So we realized that we are infested with a basement god who has decided to take our friend as a sacrifice instead of us.
We've decided to name her Scrapula.
Yes. Scrapula.
Scrapula
the basement god. Is...
That's it.
Now...
Scrapula.
But Scrapula has gotten revenge lately after our friend left. We did have some troubles the other day. But
we got excited. We thought we were good.
Yeah, we thought we were good, but no. Scrapula had some revenge and decided to take it out on us. So...
I take it back.
Yeah.
I take it back.
Don't hurt us, Scrapula. We're sorry. We want to breathe. No, but really, like, it's been kind of tough breathing sometimes down here, and it's fun, but I've been pretty much like face deep in a nebulizer every night for a little while now.
Balls deep in a
nebulizer.
balls
deep. I'm talking about balls deep. I'm talking about balls deep.
He's talking about balls deep. Nebulizer. Nebulizer. Balls in your mouth. Yeah, that's what Scrapula does to him, man. Scrapula the goddess don't give a fuck. Scrapula the goddess will shove a nebulizer's balls down your throat because you can't breathe.
Because you can't breathe, so your balls can't either.
Yeah, so it's like...
That should be the official slogan for all nebulizers. You can't breathe, so your balls can't either.
So it's like, we figured what? It's just like we can't breathe. We bring someone over who can breathe, then they leave, we can't breathe. Like
we need to hire somebody to just come over and just be like our honorary sacrifice to Scrapula.
No, you don't hire. I think we go ancient ritual shit. Like we
have to break out the like the
you
Necronomicon.
Can volunteer if you have a death wish.
If you have a death wish,
if you like ancient gods and you want to interact, we know one that will talk to you.
We are accepting applications.
But sacrifice is the only way.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it seems to be the case.
I mean, I do have the Necronomicon that we can use. I used it in a few of my videos.
Will that help to get Scrapula to
I don't know. I don't know if Scrapula even believes in the Necronomicon, but it couldn't hurt.
Scrapula, if you can hear... All right, no, I think the
only... shit.
Scrapula wishes. No, you don't. Stop.
Wherever
you are. It's probably in the installation right there.
Yeah.
But, no, I think it's just... We bring a guest here.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, we love you, you're a friend. You hang out, you join us. And you sleep here, and you take all the breathtaking pain of Scrapula that we can't handle.
Yeah.
And we breathe well for the night. So we need Scrapula sacrifices.
You
won't die. Well, I mean, unless you stay here for a very long period of time, you might die.
It just won't be comfortable.
But you come here, and you stay for a night or two.
Mm-hmm.
You get to be friends with the podcasters
Yay.
of MAWPCAST. Woo! And then you get to meet Scrapula. Holy shit! Scrapula! And you get to not breathe.
No.
For the night, like, at all. Like, just
Great
enough,
incentives.
just enough to live. But, like, I mean, it's a trade-off.
Yeah.
So you be our sacrifice for Scrapula. We can live happy lives.
Oh, yes.
And we can keep making the podcast that 13 people love. Mm-hmm. And you have a great story, sort of, to tell.
And we may even put you on the show.
Yeah.
If you can breathe.
A Scrapula survivor.
If you can keep talking and breathing, then you'll be on the show.
We have one survivor already. We might talk them into coming on the show. Scrapula survivors! Join a club.
Yeah.
But
that will be a big club.
We'll work on the song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that song's not that great.
Well, I mean, you worked at a camp. You're good at making camp songs, so.
I'm not going to go into that. The moose is on the loose. Thanks for helping me. Yeah, left me hanging.
I did, that's why.
Scrapula! Kill this fucker! I'm getting Scrapula.
You're getting Scrapula.
That's not fair.
Getting dark souled and Scrapula.
You were supposed to join me on that one. Fucking Scrapula.
Oh, but
yeah, I'm waiting for her to come down the stairs in the form of like a fucking angry hedgehog or something. You're like, ah!
Check us out.
It's like, it's a hedgehog. No, it's Scrapula. I can't breathe. And then you fall to the ground and you get eat by a hedgehog because you can't breathe.
Yeah.
It's like I shouldn't lose to a hedgehog.
But I can't breathe.
Like you're such a small little animal and cute, but I can't breathe, nor can I move. So
yeah,
Scrapula, get up! No, you're eating my nugget.
You can't fight when you can't breathe. That's just science. That's just science.
So sacrifices welcome. Like I
Yes.
said, sacrifices will usually live. So just come over and have a really miserable night and give us some peaceful time. And Scrapula will be happy. We'll be happy. You'll be on the show. It'll be good. Yeah. Scrapula,
fun
the
for
basement
everyone.
god, forever #1 in our hearts.
So, that's done with, and we are accepting our applications for Scrapula.
Scrapula.
I think that we need to, we're gonna kind of simmer it down just a little.
We don't
just
need
to start.
We're gonna talk about Jose already. And then, there's a friend of ours that I made up, and we spoke about him, so we made up some things for him. So he's a real person that we made up. He's real to us. He's real to us. So we discussed this story.
Perception is 4/10 of the law.
We discussed this guy, and I, with my writer prowess or writer inability, I have decided to write a story starring our friend that we've made up who is real. His name is Jose Mendoza. So without further ado,
today on NPR Story Hour, Michael Magaha. Take it away.
This is Part 1. A Dribble of Mustard on Jose's Boot. Short fiction by Michael Magaha, inspired by conversation between Michael Magaha and David Van Gilde. Jose Mendoza was the third, counting from left to right, of 4 Mexican men seated along a thin concrete wall on the side of I-695 West. Traffic blew by them, and the cold ham sandwiches like a persistent gust of dry wind. Jose thought the wind felt angry. Was it angry with him for eating his lunch on the side of a highway? But this is where the work is today, he thought. Nothing could be angry with that. He looked up, accidentally making eye contact with the sun, and the last 3/4 of his ham sandwich slipped from his hand, falling open-faced into a pile of dirt and cigarette butts. Staring down at a dribble of mustard on the faded toe of his right work boot, Jose decided it would be good to die. Looking back toward the steady stream of metallic salmon, he understood that it could happen right then. It was a startling truth to know
he could die in the present moment. Just step down from the wall, avoiding the frowning sandwich, and leap into the river of steel, head first. The problem was that the more he thought about it, the pickier he became about which vehicle could play the role of executioner. First, he came up with a list of vehicles he didn't want to be hit by. A minivan of any variety was immediately disqualified. There would be a good chance of traumatizing children if he chose a minivan. Plus, it seemed anticlimactic. A pickup truck, that seemed like a good idea. Until he remembered a scene from some random movie in which some poor sap was caught under the body of a truck and ended up being dragged for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. He knew the odds were in his favor of dying quickly, but he couldn't shake the image. So pickups were out. But then, smart cars. Smart cars were out because he couldn't see that being a quick death. Thinking about his own relationship with luck, Jose assumed the smart car would paralyze him, taking away any ability for him to revisit the suicide business. Knowing smart cars, it would take, an army of smart cars to break a leg, a battalion to, break 2 legs, and, so forth. It takes a lot. So, the list was narrowing far too quickly. Maybe this isn't a good idea, he thought. But then he saw a red Corvette, glimmering in the distance, racing along in the far right lane, so close. Was it the seductive shade of red that called to him? Or was it the seamlessly sculpted curves of the hood? Odds are that it was both of these things, and more. Jose saw that beautiful red ball of fury as if it were the only window in an otherwise sealed-off room. This was the car. This was the decision. This would stand out and be a memorable death. It certainly beat the pants off death by minivan scenario. Jose calmly lowered himself from the wall, keeping his wide eyes fixed on the oncoming Corvette, Red Mercy. And the world seemed to slow down for his final act. It was a dreamlike state of mind, and he almost didn't notice when his right foot began to slip out from under him. A quick glance down revealed the betrayal of his forgotten ham sandwich. Oh no. This was worse than the minivan scenario. His legs flew out from under him, and his back hit the ground. When he looked up for the Corvette, he saw it swerve to avoid his outstretched legs. The driver of the gray Ford Focus wasn't as quick to react. Jose was writhing in pain before he knew his right foot had been crushed. All he felt was confusion, pain, and adrenaline. All he saw was his sad, stomped ham sandwich. He tasted mustard on his lips and passed out. The end. Kind of a sad story. How do you feel about that, Dave?
I'm just thinking about that sandwich.
Thinking about the poor sandwich?
Just thinking about that poor sandwich. What happened? Why would he ever... What did that sandwich ever do to him?
I don't know.
That sandwich tried to save that man's life.
Yeah.
Tried to save that man's life.
Other direction, Dave. Jesus
Sorry.
Christ.
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, man?
Oh, man. But no, so we're thinking. I need to finish the story. I don't think it ends with that, right?
No. It can't end there. I mean, where
there's
does the man go from there? Where does the sandwich go from there?
He didn't die by a red Corvette.
Is there? Yeah.
And he didn't die at all.
There's always a chance that red Corvette could come back.
So, logically speaking, he has to go to physical rehab.
Right. Well, I mean, if you get your leg crushed.
And then you have to have a montage.
Gonna have a montage.
And he's got to get better.
Yeah.
But he's still not satified. Because
Well,
he finally found a goal. He finally found a goal.
Yeah, he didn't accomplish what he wanted to.
But he found a goal.
Yeah.
So,
Might as...
part 2 may be coming.
Yeah. He kind of has to, I just see it as like he gets better, works his ass off, works so hard, works the hardest he could. Everybody's so proud of him, like all his nurses and doctors, like he's the model patient. He works so hard. I've never seen anybody so determined to get out of here, to get walking again, get better, and I just see it as like
Don't give away the ending.
Yeah, I won't, but I see the ending. I see the ending.
Cheers to Jose Mendoza.
Jose Mendoza
and his ham sandwich.
And that ham sandwich.
Oh, that ham sandwich is a dick. But then again, it's not the ham sandwich.
I blame the mustard. I blame that evil ass mustard.
I mean, if we're psychic, we could tell. But psychics don't exist.
No.
They don't exist. I mean...
No. Apparently they...
No, they don't. Shut the
They like to think they do.
They don't exist.
I don't believe in them.
Oh, well,
I don't believe in them at all.
well, it sounded like you had personal experience.
I have.
I was just trying to shut you down before you said, but wait, Mike.
But wait!
There's more.
They can exist.
They do exist.
They, at least assume they exist.
Feliz Navidad.
God damn it. So... Oh, this must be...
Struck a chord.
This is going to be like part 2 from last week.
Jose, sit back and take notes. Wait, you're not.
Well, I mean, you can't do anything else.
Yeah.
Not like
he's bored.
Not like he can go anywhere.
He's bored. The fake guy that we know is real is bored.
Yeah. But, so, this is literally part 2 of that, my whole rant I had last week. But, that same fucking night.
Oh, we're going back to Texas.
We're going back to Texas. That same night.
Should I take off my hippie bandana?
Nope. Leave it on.
Yeehaw!
I'm sure they'd like it.
Alright.
Yeah. So, yeah. Everybody, like, that night, if everybody who saw the last episode heard my rant about the New Year's of 2014 in Texas, that night...
Sound like fun.
And I can't explain why. I really can't. I don't know why I decided to stay longer than I needed to. After everything, I was already like, I just don't want to fucking be here. Okay, I do know. There was still an abundance of alcohol.
Free booze!
I was like...
Plus, painful family acquaintances equals free booze!
Free booze.
And I'm staying,
It's a small payment.
I hate you and I don't want to be here, but I'm going to act
free
like
booze.
There's no way for me to leave because there's free booze.
There's free booze. Yeah.
So.
But...
I hate you! Thank you. I so fucking hate you.
Fuck you. Give me this. Fuck you. Play King's Cup. Oh, we're not playing that? Fuck you.
That is stupid.
So,
that is so stupid.
Apparently, one of the people there, nice girl, which is cool. I have nothing against her. But I don't know if she was fucking with me, which happens, apparently, because of you. Thank you.
What do you mean?
I mean, you fucked with me all the time, so now I don't think
I
think everybody fucks with me because you fucked with me for so long. I don't trust a damn thing anyone says.
That's not why.
No, you've just made me jaded.
I am not the reason other people fuck with you.
No, but
I fucked with you, and other people happen to fuck with you.
No, but you're the reason why I don't believe anybody.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Like you were saying, I'm the reason.
I think that they may have they may be fucking with me. No, I hope.
Maybe
I actually hope she was fucking with me.
Okay, all right. Well, continue.
She's like, hey, you know, I'm a psychic. I'm like, really? Really? So she goes, oh yeah, I could read your palm, tell you stuff about you. I'm looking at my hand like, really?
Well, I wrote a number. If you read that, I'm gonna smack you.
If you can give me a single friend's number or something.
So instead of reading my palm, write something useful on it, and I will use that information to find myself happiness.
Yeah. So she's looking at my hand and. It's like, oh, look, your lifeline, it's so long. I'm like, oh. Yeah. Oh, your relationship line. Oh, you're going to be married. Okay. Well, that's easy to guess. That anybody could do that.
You're going to be married. You're going to die. You're going to be alive. You're going to buy a thing. You're going to sell a thing.
You're going to buy things. You're going to eat something. Okay. You're going to drink something. Okay.
You're going to poop. Everyone poops.
Everyone poops. I read that book as a child. And then she busts out the like tarot cards and starts asking me like, "Oh, pick a card, any card," and I'm like,
"Those are no good."
Yeah, no. I thought it was gonna be like a magic trick. It's like, pick a card, any card. Is this your card? No. And she's like going into all this shit. She's like, "Oh, this year you're gonna meet a blonde-haired woman with gray eyes, and you're gonna fall in love, and she's gonna be the person you marry." That's like gray eyes. Why? It's a little weird. A little out there.
There are gray eyes out there.
I guess.
I know. I've met a couple.
It's like, is it a zombie? Am I meeting a zombie?
No, it's not a zombie.
I
It's
mean,
a wolf.
It's a wolf.
It's a wolf.
It's even creepier.
Yeah, I'm not wolf.
Yeah.
They're hot. They're dangerous. I mean,
they'll rip you to shreds.
no oral.
Sharp teeth. Sharp teeth.
Horse embraces.
Stop biting.
Anyway.
So yeah, I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? While that movie, I'll never forget it. That movie 21 and Over or whatever. That stupid like found footage party movie.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I didn't want to see it. It was on in the background, and I'm like wanting to put my fist through the TV.
Is the found footage like horror party movie?
No, it's just party movie. It's like Jackass with fucking found footage, just not even.
Oh, that's awful.
It's horrible.
That's just something we do when we're drunk, and then we cut out of the video.
Yeah.
I mean,
you guys wouldn't want to fucking see that dumb shit.
Our videos are bad enough. Like,
yeah.
That's why we have select viewers. But yeah, so imagine if we
half the shit that we record.
I woke up. Hey, I ate
a bagel.
Crazy. Hey, I drank whiskey when I shouldn't have. Hey, nothing happened but me going, I'm sad. And then you get like hours and hours of this.
I'm sorry, I pooped in a condom. Director's cut, MAWPCAST.
I hated Dave made my life horrible. Is it time to record podcast? Yeah! Hey! Found footage, MAWPCAST.
Let's do it.
Hey, who wants to see that?
Nobody wants to see that.
Found footage, that's so stupid.
Found footage movies are dumb as hell. I can't stand them anymore.
Blair Dick Project. My back itches, I'm sorry.
Anybody can make those. Anybody and their fucking grandmother can make those. Actually, I think they have with the Paranormal Activity movies. I think they just went to a nursing home and were just like, "Hi, Grandma!
Noises!
Noises, Grandma!
Noises! Run that way! Scare that young person." Yeah, same direction.
Oh, God. I can't. Anyway, that got out.
I understand.
Sorry, I have to keep venting because things are building up.
Well, you know,
I don't.
If we're taglining old stuff, I'll save you. I'll embarrass myself a little bit. Just that Texas shit. I don't know.
I can't.
Like I love
out.
some people there, and but I get it. I do.
It's just like I feel like my family were always like, "Well, why don't you hang out with us more?" I'm like, do I say it? Can I say it? Am I that much of a dick?
Have you learned what the King's
Yes,
Cup is?
I'm doing it now. That's because I'm like halfway across the country and they probably won't watch this.
If you learn what the King's Cup is, I may join you.
If you figure out how to play a game, I may play a game.
Yes.
But, I mean, they're good. I mean, they're good people. That's just different culture and one I just don't really...
You don't...
I just don't.
Really
I don't click with. I just don't click with that culture. I just don't agree with their ideals and what they stand for. And
well,
just different people. Different people.
There are a lot of different people, and there are different.
I mean, I'm not the standard bearer for normalcy.
I'm not the standard bearer for anything either.
Yeah.
I mean, I may look like I'm turning into a standard bearer, but I'm not the standard bearer for anything. Yay, bears!
You bear!
Oh no, I convinced all the kids in my group at camp that I may not be able to run away from people or punch people, but I knock out bears. I told them I'm a bear hunter with fists, and they're like, don't you go hunting? I'm like, no, I don't hurt animals, but I am a bear fighter.
I still can't believe you didn't know that I actually picked up a bear cub.
No, I didn't know that.
I can't believe you didn't know that. I thought I told you that.
No, I punch bears.
You punch bears. I pick them up and cuddle them.
No, I'm the guy you take on your hiking trip that goes, bear down.
And I'm the guy that you take on the hunting trip and I go, come here, bear, give me a hug.
And he gets eaten by the mother bear, so.
I don't. I just give the mother bear a hug and
next time.
She gets a prenup and...
Strange.
She moves on.
Well, I'll link back to last episode too. I made fun of all those online dating people. Mm-hmm. Lo and behold, I've had my own experience. Sis. I have to add the sis with online dating. I haven't done the weird ones that we were making. Oh, hey, baby, you want to fellate me for free? You know, we're just gonna have like no consequences with our sexual relation.
I'm gonna take you to Chick-fil-A.
And then I'm like, it's a bear! Punch. But no.
That's a horrible zoo trip.
That's a bad trip to the DC Zoo. But it happens like 16 times a year. It's 16 times a year. Like there's a death toll. It's not that high, but it's a death toll. But no, it's no, because you know, you get lonely. Yeah, I joined the military.
You make bad choices with bears. It's okay.
Well, the bears aside, we'll leave the bears out of it. But no, you know, I joined the military and I went out to California and I was by myself. I was having to meet all these new people.
California.
But you know, it's like I'm by myself. I'm 19 years old and then I'm suddenly 20 and then I'm going on 21 and like nothing's happened. I've been stuck there learning fucking jibble jabble, aka Arabic.
Jibble jabble.
You know, it's like 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and I've got no social life, and I'm in a beautiful place in the country, and I can't do anything with it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm drunk. Illegally, clearly, because I wasn't 21 yet. But whatever. I found Twister juice, and I found tequila, and I put the two together, and all. Anyway, so I met Jamba Juice Girl. Did I tell you about Jamba Juice Girl, Dave?
Jamba Juice. No, I don't remember about Jamba Juice.
Jamba Juice Girl was a girl who had a very, very pretty facial picture online. Like, face. Her face was online. Mm-hmm. Nothing else, but the face was like, oh, I'm pretty. No beard. Oh, I'm pretty. And
it'd be awesome if she had the beard.
And she was very sweet, and she talked to me, and she said she was my height, said she was my size, and I was like, oh, cool, you know, we share some interests, so I go down to Jamba Juice to meet her after work, and I go in there, and I ask this woman behind the counter, I'm like, do you know where is? Because I don't want to use names like Trish. So I asked where Trish was, and she goes, oh, I'll be off work in a second, and I go,
So wait. You have what? So what parts were wrong about that description that she gave you?
So I walk in. So I have the profile picture on my hand here.
Right.
And she's in front of me. And I go, hi, is this person here? And she goes, I'll be off work in a second. And I go, okay.
So wait, you had to look up?
Yeah.
So you had to look up.
So there's your first indicator. 6'2". 6'2". I'm 5'3" for anyone who's not getting this. I am really short. Wonka Factory short, Hobbit short, whatever pop culture reference you need to relate me to. I'm there. You know, and so I go, okay, height, not the biggest deal.
Deal breaker.
Size in general, basic mass to mass ratio.
Didn't
that's a big deal.
Didn't calculate.
No, so she said she was my size, my height, and shared my interests. She had a pretty face. Yeah, that was she had makeup on in that picture. She was
of course.
So I see this woman, and I look at the girl in the picture, and then I look at the woman, and then I look at the girl in the picture, and I go, holy fuck.
You're a lying sack of shit.
She is, instead of being 5'3", like she said, she is 6'3".
Nice.
And instead of being 130 pounds like me, like she said, she is 240. Whew, she is a big woman. It's okay to be a big woman. Whew. But don't false advertise, people.
right.
You're asking for hurt.
You'll get caught at some point.
You're asking. You're gonna get caught right away.
Yeah.
You're asking for it. Like, hey, meet me. This is what I look like. I know you'll know I'm lying. Like, what are you doing?
I'm
like,
lying.
It's like, what do you think? It's like, I'm gonna get trapped in your fat lies? Like, it's like, I can't get out. I've been caught. I've been sucked in. You're beauty fat.
Oh.
Like what do you think's gonna happen?
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna be like, oh, I feel so bad for you. I'll accept your lies. No, I felt bad because I was gonna be like, I'm never gonna talk to you again.
Yeah, she like set a precedent right away of like, all right, I've lied before I even said one word to you.
So no, this was a bad experience. One. So what did I do? And I know it sounds like I'm a jerk, and I kind of am, but I wasn't a jerk to her. I was like, okay, so I went out for the walk with her like I agreed to. I went out and got her coffee, and we hung out for the day. But you know she knew.
Yeah.
You know she fucking knew she lied to me. So of course she knew I'm going.
Lying bitch.
Yeah, it was nice. I like things. Cupcakes and muffins and. Oh, yeah, my mother was 6 foot. I don't know why I'm so short. No. You know, other shit. But, so, that didn't go well. And it ended, and I never talked to her again for obvious reasons.
Right.
So, that was first experience. I'm like, okay, from now on I learned a lesson. Gotta see body in the pictures. Like,
yeah.
I didn't think that would be necessary. I thought I could trust some basic information, but I can't. So I trust pictures, and then I see this gorgeous blonde. Mm-hmm. I'm like, she's out of my league. And she's a little taller, but she's way out of my league, and she's honest about her height.
Yeah.
There's a bonus. And she just made the full body. So she's like 5'7", gorgeous, blonde, athletic, plays sports. I'm like, why do you like me?
Right.
I'm a hobbit. I'm like, woohoo! Let's go make some Neil Fudge cookies. But she wants to talk to me, so I'm like, all right. And she's like, oh, you gotta come out to meet me. I'm like, where are you? It's like fucking 2.5 hours away.
Oh, God.
I'm like, my mind's like, really? And other me is like, yes! Go see her! She's gorgeous, go see her! Ah! It's like I didn't know I had legs down there, but it was running me to the finish line. So, I get my car, I get the directions, I go out to meet her. She's like, oh, as I'm driving, I have a softball game. You gotta meet me there. So I go there and I meet her at the softball field and pick her up. She's gorgeous. She's kind of young. It's kind of weird. And she's like, I'm still staying with my parents. So we gotta hang out like at the park. So it starts raining, so we just hang out in my car. And we're drinking rum and stuff. She's like, I wish we could sleep out there. I'm like, yeah, it's good, you know. So, you know, because of the rain, we didn't sleep together. You know, we just hung out, drinking rum, listening to music in the car, and talking about my philosophical bullshit. Next day, I drop her off, we make out, and I'm like, alright, so how old are you? She's like, yeah, 2 days ago, my birthday. I said, what's your birthday? 18?
Oh!
She literally just turned 18!
Oh!
I was 2 days!
Oh!
I was in that margin of just like,
oh, God.
Why? Granted, at the time, my saving grace is I was only 22. So 18, 22, not that big of a deal. But at the same time, like two weeks or 2 days.
You just crossed that finish line?
like if I...
Oh, dude.
And that's what she said.
Oh.
That's what she said. I don't know
you don't even know. That's why you didn't
I picked her up from, like if it hadn't have rained and we had gone to the beach and actually slept together...
Oh,
I don't know what I would have maybe done wrong. I could Cosby'd the whole situation.
Yeah. Dude, you need to like whenever you go on a date with somebody from those websites, you have to like roll up like a cop. You have to be like license and registration, please.
Well,
I need a birth certificate.
I was 22. I was lonely. She was gorgeous. She liked me. She was way out of my league, and I'm like, yes. Yeah, the funny thing was it's like we waited so like she wanted me to do something that night. And I didn't because we're in a Cobalt. Like, what am I gonna do in a fucking Chevy Cobalt? like, there's only so much room. You're 5'7". You have long leg span. I can't work with this. Realistically, if you were 5'3", we could do something with this. So yeah, leading off with all that interesting talk about online dating and all that really, really ego-boosting information. You know, it's all funny, and it's all...
Yeah.
It's all funny and informative, but, like, you do come across the occasional person that you're like, maybe this person. And that didn't happen in Monterey or California when I was there. Like, I gave up on it there. I was like, yeah, I'm too young. I don't actually know what I want, and this is kind of silly, so stop. And then I tried it again when I got back in Maryland a few years later, after the Jen debacle and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met this one girl. We'll call her Simzula, because I don't want to give her name. So Simzula. It sounds like the basement god's sister.
Yeah.
But she was really sweet. Just she was too young to have a personality of her own without, you know, latching on to the next person. So I date this girl. She's super sweet, and we get along really well. And it's too good to be true. I meet her, and she happens to be in Monterey, where I came from.
Right.
I was like, no way. You happen to be there?
Yeah, you were there?
You happen to be there. So I'm like, okay. All right. I give this a shot. Because we're getting along too well to not give it a shot.
At least try.
But everything I say, she reciprocates, like, feelings and thoughts. And, like...
Like a girlfriend.
Yeah, kind of.
Weird.
Or just like a friend.
Yeah.
Just like a normal friend. Someone who shares things in common with you. So I'm like, I can't stop talking to her. Like, we get along too well. So finally, get my balls up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go visit her.
Mm-hmm.
And I go out there, and we have the best week I've had in recent memory. Like, in the past 10 years, that's probably the best week I've ever had.
Nice.
May not have ended well after the fact, but that week,
right,
beautiful. Like, all this online dating, all this bullshit, and all the weird shit that happens. I met this one girl where I had this 1 week of memory with, 1 week of experience with, where I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Oh, yeah.
I went there, I rented a car, we went around all my favorite spots I used to go, and we just had a great time. Like, the first night I went there, I didn't expect to actually meet her that night because it was kind of late.
Uh-huh.
And I told her, I was like, I was getting in, and she was like, well, if you want to meet up, I was like, what are we going to do? And she knew this diner. We went and got coffee. We just sat and drank coffee and just hung out.
Oh,
and then we went and saw a movie the same night. I'm like, this is really weird. I didn't expect to do all this first night.
That is cool.
And all this good stuff has a flip side, though. I realized my subconscious had played the devil. We went and saw the fourth or fifth Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Oh, God. Okay.
Penelope Cruz.
Ah, here we go.
So, I enjoyed that movie for very specific reasons. None least of them, Penelope Cruz. Yes. But, you know, I admit that. I'm like, she's hot. I like her. But, no, but that's just a joke. But, like, the rest of the trip, this all came in retrospect. I didn't realize it at the time. I'm like, this is beautiful.
Oh.
Everything's romantic. Everything we're doing is wonderful. And we're doing all these things we used to do. And then I realized the woman that I've never gotten over, that I spent all my time with in this city, I went and did everything I did with her, I did with this girl.
Oh, shit. Gotcha.
And I was basically stealing back these spots, stealing back these memories from the woman that just destroyed my heart.
Yeah.
I went to Point Lobos, my favorite state park, where I have so many memories with Jen, and went to the Pebble Beach, and I walked around with her like I did with Jen. I took all these memories back. I went to her favorite Japanese restaurant with the Mexican waiter who spoke no English, nor did he speak any Japanese.
Oh, God.
Got the same green tea and ice cream. And then I did all these things with this other woman that I did with Jen. And I thought I loved this other woman. And I enjoyed it so much and all these things.
Right.
And then finally, when it came time for her to visit me, I was so excited. But then when I saw her in Maryland coming through the airport, now it may have been my influence by reading Jean-Paul Sartre or other negative...
Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme. But I don't know what it was, but when I saw her coming through the terminal, none of those feelings existed anymore.
Oh,
and I felt dead. I felt horrible about it, and I didn't know why.
Right.
And I saw her coming, and I was like, I'm an awful, awful person. I'm like, this
That's sad, man.
gorgeous young woman is coming here, so excited to see me. The guy she spent all these romantic moments with, not like 2 weeks ago in Monterey.
Right.
And she's coming to see a guy that's like not feeling it at all anymore. It's gone. It's all
man.
just disappeared. And I don't know what that means. I don't know how that translates.
Right.
But it's going to show you like online dating is the same as regular dating. Like it's got a stigma for good reason. You can meet crazy people who lie and like trick you into things and do this and that. It's like, I'm 36, but I'm 63. I am white, but I'm black. I'm 130 pounds, but I'm really 250. Yeah, like
so
you think that's exclusive to online dating?
No,
but it's not. Like, I mean, well, if you meet someone face to face, obviously
you're not
going to be tricked by the weight
yeah.
and race. But I mean, everything else, it's about the same. There shouldn't be a stigma with it over dating people in person. The same rule should apply. You meet someone, regardless of what medium you meet them through, you get to know them. You talk to them. You actually have coffee with them, have lunch with them. You do something where you can vet out information. I know that sounds really procedural, but you need to do it. And occasionally you do meet someone where you have these good experiences with. But sometimes those experiences don't translate to any more than the experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have anywhere else to go with that. It's just that's been my dating experience online. It's been exciting.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I met a woman who was supposed to be a little fairy princess and turned out to be Jabba. I met.
You could be anybody on this fucking site.
Yeah, I met a super hot athlete who turned out to be possibly a high school softball player.
Yeah.
And then I met this other woman who there was nothing wrong with her.
Well,
nothing wrong with her at all. And I lived some weird subconscious fantasy through her to get my life back from the woman that broke my heart.
Oh,
and I didn't realize it. And she was a victim of that.
Yeah.
It's like, it can go both ways.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting. And I think those experiences, they taught me anything. They've taught me that dating online and dating in person, they have subtle differences, not major differences. So if you're going to date online or in person, however you do it, the same rules apply. You're going to meet the crazies.
Of course.
But occasionally you might have a good experience. And once in a while that good experience may actually pan out into something bigger. Waiting for that to happen.
Eventually.
Thumbs up. Yay! For Dave and myself.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll happen, but that's as good as it gets so far. Anyway, there's not a moral ending to that. There's not a clear-cut ending, but there's something to be pulled from the experience of everything else. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I'm done with that. You plug anything or close up as you will, my good sir.
Yeah, I mean,
it's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been fun as always.
It's one of those things that you can't account for. You can be whoever you want to be online, I guess, which is the moral of this.
You can be whoever you want to be in person.
Yeah, it's true. Never.
Your reality is all you make it, man.
That's true. I could be a 200-pound linebacker for the Ravens, and
I could be a 90-pound black girl.
Yeah. Anyway,
you
want to close us out?
They're closing us out.
No. Anyway.
Alright. Well, that's all we got for you for MAWPCAST. Sorry. Neither one of us wanted to leave today.
No.
So, we're kind of fighting over it. But we'll have to see you next week.
We can't keep you guys here for 2 hours of us just rambling about online dating.
No, we can't because you won't stay here.
They won't stay. They'll just go to online dating and try to find each other.
Yeah, well, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Listen to our last episode. Find some of those Biak people. If you watch the last episode, you get that joke. If not, then fuck
go watch
you.
our last episode.
Well, we love you. This has been MAWPCAST. More assholes for the podcast. Mike and
Dave.
And subscribe, and we hope to see you next week. Talk to you later.
Laters.